So let's roll some dice down here. So this is Curse of Strahd, episode 2. Last we left off, through a series of events, you were running away from Howls in a space that this strange mist seemed to have created in a westerly direction. Do we need to go over more of what's happened so far, or are we okay just to press forwards, do we think?
We're just
We're
fucking
all
running.
good.
Yeah, good.
Let's go. So we're going to start the session with a dice roll. Tom, would you roll a wisdom saving throw for Farrow, please?
A wisdom saving throw.
Yes, please.
That is a 22.
Sound. So as you're running away from this howling, the mist is doing exactly as it has done before. It's closing behind you and opening in front of you to the west. And eventually, after a good while, the howling seems further away, a lot further away, and then it stops. As you realise that you've perhaps been running for well, it's hard to say because of the light in this place is so dim. It is starting to darken, and you have no idea what time you arrived, but you suspect it is getting closer to night time. You've been running, best guess, 3, 4, 5 hours, who knows. As you stop and finally catch your breath, as you're stood exhausted, holding your knees, taking in lungfuls of air, the mist all around you, Tala, you notice just behind Horace, from the mist, a spectral figure of a young woman floats disembodied, and this woman looks... In fact, make an insight check for me, please, Sammi, if you wouldn't mind.
$16.
Okay. 16. So you're struggling with reading this. The shock of seeing this apparition seems to be coming from behind Horace, approaching Horace, and you, with a 16, you're reasonably sure it's looking frightened, but there's a doubt in your mind that it's frightened or angry. It's just a look locked on this young woman's face, and it's floating quite... You're all surrounded by this mist anyway, and it's only about 10 feet away from Horace as it floats towards you. The others haven't noticed. What would Tala like to do?
Tala will just instantly go, Horace, behind you.
So Horace, you spin. You see Mishka coming towards you.
Yeah, he'd kind of turn around and be like, or he'd slowly kind of turn, almost kind of like fearful at first, but then I think once he sees the Mishka, it kind of almost like almost look more irritated than anything else. Still a little bit like, but like more like again, and he'd kind of turn face her and just say, he'd be like, I'm starting to wonder where you'd gone to.
Okay. So as you say this to her and she starts to approach now, you can see that there's a look of terror on her face as she gets close enough to you so you can make out her expression. And she just... the rest of you now see this apparition going towards Horace, and he spins around and addresses this ghost coming towards. Does anybody else want to do anything at this point?
I'd like to say, you know this being?
This is my sister, Mishka. Although I must say our relationship is somewhat strained.
I think we need details. Does this normally happen? Is she normally spectral, or is she...
Well, she isn't alive anymore.
Oh, shit.
She's. This is not unusual. I must say, no one's. I don't recall a time where anyone else has ever been able to see her before. It's usually just me. But the local folk tend to think me mad. But for me, this is something of a regular occurrence.
Well, I can definitely see her. Is she normally terrified?
No. She doesn't normally seem afraid. And then I think I'd kind of turn and look back towards her and just ask, I'd say, come on then, out with it. What's bothering you?
So she, as you've had your exchange with Tala, she goes from looking terrified to sort of puzzled, a little bit shocked, and she looks around you all, and she, you can tell that she's a little bit shocked that you can see her after what Horace has told you, and she looks back towards the mist and back to Horace, and she'll say, "It's the souls. There's souls everywhere. That they can't escape." And she's sort of floating between you and the mist, going backwards and forwards. She's clearly worked up about something.
You see these souls?
All around. And they can't escape. No one can escape.
I think Horace would kind of like look around as well and see if he can see if he can see what she's seeing.
So as you look into the mist, you've seen it before. You've seen these the mist sort of coalesce into a form where it looks like a mouth scream or an image of something, someone, a recognizable feature of a face, and it just vanishes and disappears. But it's difficult to make out anything other than these faces disappear. But Mishka's going back, and she starts, her spectral hair, she starts pulling it, looking really frightened. And she'll say, they, and she screams, and then disappears into the mist again.
I think when she starts kind of like pulling at her hair, I think that's when Horace would start to kind of like look afraid again and start to kind of like look scared. And then as she kind of vanishes into the mist, he'd almost like chase after and kind of like try and he'd be calling after her and be like, Mishka.
Okay.
Mishka, calm, be calm.
Okay. Make a persuasion check for me.
Persuasion. Oh, 5.
Yeah. So she's gone. She's into the mists. She doesn't even look back. She's close enough that you know she would be able to hear you, and she's just pulling her hair, screaming still, and goes off into the distance. Would you also make a Constitution saving throw for me, please?
I will. Oh shit! Sorry, that wasn't a save.
Okay, you rolled a 4. What's your modifier?
+2. It's only a 6 anyway.
So it'd be the same. Okay. So as the rest of you three now, you see this exchange, and you see Horace disappearing into the mists. The mists part. They become translucent enough for you to see Horace's form, and he only makes it 10 feet, and he starts slowing. And then he goes down to one knee, and you can see these sort of the mists around him almost as if it's plucking his life force away inside the mist. Josh, you have 1 level of exhaustion.
Yeah.
So Farrow's going to run after him and try and drag him back.
As Farah runs, Pippa casts Gust in front of him, making like a bow wave,
Awesome.
trying to push the mist away as he runs through.
Yeah, brilliant. Okay, so between your efforts, you managed to get Horace back. What do you want to do?
I think Horace, like, kind of as well, like with Mishka, like screaming, it'd kind of be almost like you know, like clutching at his head, kind of like, and as he kind of like drops in the mist, he'd almost be like freaking out, like starting to like murmur to himself, like saying like, not again, it's happening again, this can't be happening, and then kind of like almost like starting to like scratch at his head, and then almost kind of like, as you're pulling him out, he'd still be kind of like freaking out essentially. One exhaustion.
I think Tala's going to be approach him and kind of grab his hands and be like, "What is happening again?"
It kind of be like, it'd be like, you don't understand. You haven't seen her. You don't know what she's like.
No, I don't. But this is why I'm asking you to tell me.
She's. I mean, just now, I've never seen her look frightened before. She looked frightened. She looked afraid, and I think it's easy to mistake how she really is, or not see how she really is. When she was alive, she was sweet. She was just kind, but the last few years, she's turned. She's just, ever since she died, she's hateful. But she never goes away. She's always there. I don't get much peace.
Is she hateful towards you?
Yeah, just nod his head. But you can see, like it makes him sad. It makes him sad to kind of, he's like nodding his head, but it's more because he can't say it out loud for himself.
Okay. Do you know what would bring her peace?
It's I mean, all these years, in truth, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened to her or the rest of my family. She wants me to find her body. That's what she tells me. Whether that would bring an end to all of this, I'm not so sure. And even then, whether I want to bring an end to this, as tormenting as it is, she's all that I have left of my family.
Dead.
Either way, I don't really know where to start.
I think we need to start by getting the fuck out of this mist.
I agree.
Okay.
And he's going to kind of like try and help Horace back to his feet.
Horace will stand. He'll take the help. Thank you.
He's kind of nods. Doesn't say much more than that.
Still
Anything else?
channeling us in just one direction.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just west, still open.
What do you want to say?
Was that Alex?
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Attention seeking.
We shall proceed.
Apart from interceding with the mist a little bit, Pippa's just sat back and just watched the exchange between the three of them. Like on the edge of it, but just watched. And when Tala says, "Let's get the fuck out of this mist," she's like, "Wes?"
Where else?
I'm inclined to agree, but I also don't like feel like we're being herded. I don't like
Definitely.
it.
No.
But by the look of it, if we try and make our own direction, we
Yeah.
will end up in a far worse situation very quickly.
Mm.
Oh,
There's a slim
I don't.
possibility
I
that the
don't.
mist, parting the mist is a friendly action.
Into the thick of it. Into the thick of it.
I don't.
Now
I
Dave
don't
comes
know
out
if
with
they're only-
with fucking.
Yeah.
Douche. My dungeon master douche is always a beholder. Douche beholder. No. So continue west then. It is definitely starting to get darker now. In an unknown land, surrounded by mists. With the things that you've seen and heard and experienced so far, darkness does not seem an ideal situation to any of you. But as you continue forward, tall shapes eventually emerge out of the mist, and you can see the muddy ground eventually becomes slick, wet cobblestones, and these tall shapes are dwellings on either side of you as you seem to be going down this street. The houses on all of these, the windows on all of these houses are either missing or blocked up or completely lifeless and empty as the mist continues to push you west and then very subtly pushes you to the north along this street, which is when you hear a soft whimper in the street, in this cobbled street. And as you steadily approach, you can see in front of you two figures. They are children. There is a little girl, possibly 10, little boy, maybe 6, maybe 7. Little boy is holding a stuffed animal. What do you want to do?
So, Farrow is just going to step back. Going to look at Lyra and Pippa and kind of quietly say, "It might be better if you two handle this. We look like soldiers, and these are children."
Yeah. Horace is like,
yeah.
Horace is like,
Yeah, Tala's just gonna lower a fucking shield.
I check that these are around me look like they are ready for anything, and
I'll come with you, but I'll stay behind.
Pippa walks up, and as she's walking up, she's again making a very young, like little kid. You crying, Alec? The little kid, 10, 7.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hello. Are you lost like we are?
So the little girl, the boy seems to be sort of whimpering, and she shushes the little boy, and she looks around, a little bit shocked that you've approached, and then relieved that you're there. And she'll say, "Oh, hello. No, not lost. There's our house." She points to this house. There's a monster in our house, and we had to come outside. And Mummy and Daddy are still in there, and baby Walter. We don't know what to do.
I think you've done just the right thing. Now, this monster, is it a big monster? Is it a scary monster?
We've never seen the monster. We've only heard screams, and we were told to run outside.
Yeah, you did good. You did good. Has it been a long time? You've been out long?
No, not long. Not long, but we're worried about Walter. He's only a baby.
Can I hear anything from the house apart from my cat?
You could roll a perception check. I'm just going to give you a brief description of the front of the house. And so, it's a tall brick house. It looks quite well to do compared to the rest of the houses around it. There's a gated portico just on the left hand side. That's on the ground floor. There's a rusty gate, slightly ajar. Houses on either side are completely abandoned. No, you can't hear anything coming from the house. Perhaps just the rusty gate as it swings gently, but nothing in the house.
Tala's gonna sort of bend down and get to onto her knees. She's gonna go and she's gonna ask, "Where's the rest of the village? Where's the rest of the townsfolk?"
Oh, the village is. Daddy says the village has fallen on hard times. There's a few people left. They are about. Do you think we should go back in and look for Walter?
I think you need to stay out here and, as your mummy and daddy very rightly said, and
Yeah, is there a house nearby you could go to?
This is our house. We want to make sure Walter's okay.
how
We can have a-
about
But we need to make sure you're safe.
Oh, well, we do, and she looks sort of conspiratorially towards the young boy, and she'll say, "Well, this is Thorn and I sometimes play next door when Mummy and Daddy don't know, and we have a hiding place there."
That sounds clever. Where's that hiding place?
Well, it's if you go through the front door, it's not locked. And there's a little bit of the wood that you can pull. I can only just get through, but Thorn can get through quite easily. And then we can go round the corner, and it's very cozy. We've put some of our toys in there already, so we can stay there.
Proper then. Pippa looks at Tala to check whether it's a good idea to just send them off.
I'm going to nod, and I'll also ask the young girl what's her name.
My name is Thornbolt. Roosevelt. People call me Rose, and this is Thornbolt, my brother Thorn.
They're beautiful names. How about you go hide, you go wait, because we might need you later to be very brave, very strong, and very well rested. So you go hide, and we'll have a look.
Okay. Oh, thank you. Thank you for helping.
Aren't you all right?
And she'll sort of grab Thorn. Rose will grab Thorn by the arm, and he's still holding his little toy, and he'll say, "Oh, there, thank you, miss, thank you." And they'll go, and you see where they've levered open one of the boarding up planks of wood next door, managed to get themselves inside quite easily.
At that point,
can I roll inside check on them on the children, please?
Of course you can, mate. Yeah.
Just kind of observing the conversation.
Yeah, absolutely, mate.
That's a neat.
Yeah. So these are. I mean, it looks like you've got a very frightened young girl who's doing her best to keep it together for her even younger brother. It's. I mean, it's quite heartwarming, really. That yeah.
So at that point, as the kids start to run off, Tala will pull a shield out and she's going to look at Farrow and be like, yeah, something's not right. And I'll gesture towards the house that they've pointed to and start to slowly approach.
Okay. So the front you've got
So
a
we
wrought on.
have a look.
Oh, sorry, Leah.
I
Sorry,
don't
go
think
on.
we'd actually go.
So the front wrought iron gate is on the left hand side as you're looking towards it. It looks like a porch on the inside. As you approach, it's a solid wooden front door, reasonably well maintained. Looks as if it's been treated, oiled. But it's closed. There's no light coming from underneath. To the right hand side, there is the rest of the house. The curtains are drawn. There's no light coming from anywhere inside. Are you going to go in?
So as we're sort of stood outside, I'll turn to Farrow and Horace and be like, so these kids claim that there is a monster in the house along with their parents and another child. Apparently there are other people around here. Whilst I'm sceptical, I'm also thinking we could potentially start to find some answers if we can get hold of an adult.
Only, wow, that assumes that they're friendly.
And not dead.
And not dead.
Are we going for it?
Well,
Are you think stealthy, crash and smash? Like, when I say crash and
So-
smash, I mean you guys, because you got proud of you all.
looking around, are any of the windows, is there any like open windows or any way that I might be able to get in quietly?
You can see, no, is the short answer. You can see, like I say, it's quite reasonably well to do. There are houses either side of it. There's no obvious alleyways that you can see. The mist is obscuring anything beyond that. And with it being reasonably well to do, you can see on the inside sturdy looking locks and bolts.
We ain't getting in here quietly. Let's put it that way.
Is it worth just trying the door?
I think that might be the only approach.
In that case, Taryl's hold a shield in front of her and she's going to try and see if the door unlocks.
The door is unlocked. As you pull the handle down, it pulls towards you quite easily.
Oh, so it's going to pull towards me, so yeah.
Yeah.
Keeping my shield in front of me. I'm just going to swing the door open. Not a smash swing, but open it fairly quickly.
Sure. So inside is quite dark. You've still got a little bit of light outside. It's dimmed significantly now. If it wasn't for the mists and the whole atmosphere, you would guess dusk is descending rapidly. But you can just see inside. It looks quite a grand foyer. So you've got on the right-hand side, which is now the south, there's a shield on the wall. Looks like it's got a coat of arms painted on it. And beyond, it's only 30, 15 feet in front is another door. This door has sort of a stained glass window on the side. There's also oil lamps. There's 2 oil lamps that haven't been lit on the left-hand side.
So, can I check the oil lamps, see if they've got oil in them?
Sure, yes. Fully functioning. Oiled, wicks ready, primed.
Well,
If that's what you do with oil lamps. I was saying that like I know what an oil lamp is, yeah.
Yeah,
Sounds about
usually
right.
they've got like a wick.
Yeah.
You know, like an oil thing, and they feed into the yeah.
See, if I'd have not said that, I'd have fooled the lot of you.
Jeff Farrow's going to light one of, because obviously none of us can see in the dark, so he's going to light one of the oil lamps.
Okay.
But then he's going to be like, I can't lamp and bow at the same time. I'm sure he probably puts it across a little bit better than that, but I can't hold the lamp and shoot effectively.
You want some portable light?
That would be
Mine's
most
just light.
helpful.
Yeah.
Good luck. And just it touches the end of her staff.
Okay.
And light.
Gotcha. So you can see as you've sort of leaned in to get the oil lamp, and Pippa's cast a light spell on the end of her staff. Terry Pratchett would be very proud of you. You could see the shield that's on the wall. The coat of arms is a stylized golden windmill on a red frame. And you can also, now that you've got a little bit more light, you can see portraits, framed portraits either side. And these are 2 man and woman, perhaps sort of middle-aged, you would guess maybe the mid to late 30s. Just the face, just a portrait, like a proper portrait. Yeah, and they look well dressed, well honed, and you can tell there's similarities between the 2 children, and these are clearly parents for the 2 children. There's still no sound, and through this stained glass window, no light.
I mean,
would-
is it worth? Go on.
No, just that's Farrowwood as went pushing.
I mean, is it worth somebody having a look at the actual shield that's on the wall?
I can have a look.
Not something.
I don't know that I know anything about it, but I can have a look.
Is it like an actual shield, or is it just like a small, literally like just a small coat of arms?
It's a round shield, but it looks. Let's have a think from all of you. Does anybody have a sort of military? In fact, yes. Farrow, yes. Yeah. I mean, Horace as well to a certain, and Tala. So the 3 of you would be able to tell that it is serviceable. You would be able to use this in anger, and it would hold together. Pippa, you're not getting any. Say again, sorry.
It looks pretty.
It does. It's. I mean, someone spent a lot of money on this.
The real mate. Yeah.
Yeah, but you're not getting any sort of magic vibes from it. It just seems to be a family emblem.
Perhaps we should refrain from stealing from the children's family just yet.
Maybe.
Well, if they're dead, I'm taking it.
across the
Wow.
bridge as and when. It's one of them where clearly Farrow, Horace and Tala are just like, yeah, we'll get there. We'll see when we get there. And Pippa's just like, oh my God.
They're like, oh, it's really ornate, it's really beautiful. Oh, the craftsmanship, the painting is beautiful. Yeah, I'll have it if they're dead.
Yeah. I think even
Let's
Farrow raised an eyebrow at that one, just like, really? Okay.
shall we establish if the current owners are still with us?
Boom.
We've got to find Walter.
I suppose we will approach the second door then.
The stained glass window, Dave, does it depict anything, or is it just like coloured glass?
It's this will also have a windmill insignia on it as well, but without any light on the other side. You can't see through. It is dark on the other side. So, Tala again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Lord. Good
So
luck.
I'll try the door.
I should have put the light spell on your shield. That would have looked really cool.
I
Next
was
time.
about to ask you,
I can do that. It's
can you
helpful.
make? I was about to ask, can you make your light brighter at all?
Sure, I
If
can
not,
give
it's
you
fine.
20-foot radius of light. And I can
Don't
go
worry
dim
about
light
it.
20. So I can do like Gandalf in Moria a little bit.
Yes, Lord of the Rings. Quick. Oh, you've got to get one in somewhere, haven't you?
Yeah,
That's why it's on my path. So yeah, I can, as bright as I can give you 20 foot of bright light.
Okay. So Tala's gonna try the door.
Okay. So this door swings outwards, away from you, rather. But again, it's well oiled and it swings open quite easily. Beyond, you can see a hall. Looks like a main hall. And as the door swings open, shield raised, as the light from Pippa's spell casts around the room, you can see the room itself is the width of the house. So it opens up to your right as you peer round. To your left, as the door opens, you can see a black marble fireplace. And on the right is a marble staircase, a red marble staircase. Above the fireplace, you can see a longsword attached to the wall. That again, it catches your eye straight away. You've seen it twice already, but you can see worked into the pommel at the end, which is closest to you. You can see a windmill. The walls are all very ornate wooden panels. Very briefly, you can see images of vines, flowers, nymphs, satyrs just gamboling around, a picturesque scene, and it seems reasonably bright and airy inside. Other than the staircase, you have, it's kind of an odd arrangement. You have two doors almost directly opposite you, and then one in a recess, and then there's a door on the side next to the recess, and on the wall behind you, which is as if you go through. So if you were to do a U-turn, there's another door going almost as if you're going back on yourself, to which it would be next to the entrance.
Is that 5 doors?
Yes, it is. What I'll do at this point, just so it is easier, and because I have prepared it, so I'm going to use it. Let me give you the map. Let me just make sure I'm doing that. Map time.
Why did I get the Flash Gordon theme in my head? Map.
I don't know if I don't think the map's the saviour of the universe, though, Tom, if I'm honest with you.
You never know.
You never know. Right, let me just reveal this for you.
Good.
Right, so if I may, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Tala through to what you've seen so far. So this is the portico. This is the entrance, and this is the grand room. So you've got fireplace here, red marble staircase going up. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
At the moment,
doors.
I have nothing, Dave.
In which case,
Oh,
I'm going
good.
to
It's not just me.
force it again. Okay, yeah, no worries. It'll sometimes takes a second. I've got 4 or 5 of you loaded, but it'll take a second.
No, I'm on the forest.
Okay,
I'm
not to
on
worry.
Oh,
Strahd,
I'm on the.
interesting.
I'm on the.
Okay, hold up.
I don't know.
Aha,
Oh,
yeah,
Mansion
ready.
map.
3. It helps
Yeah.
if the dungeon master
Scott is
actually
nothing.
makes the map visible to you all, doesn't
Sometimes.
it? Yeah. So
You get no criticisms from me, Dave. Been
Yeah.
there, had that problem.
So it is, like I say, it is well to do. This is a very, very well kept, well maintained townhouse, family, sort of town mansion. You're getting the definite air of prosperity from this establishment.
Okay.
I think Horace would look around and just be like, they really seem to like their windmills.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Mind you, I'll be taking that sword with me as well if they're dead.
Stealing from the dead is still a crime, you know.
Wow. See any like signs of disruption? Any like blood on the wall? Is general carnage, or is it like very pristine down here?
Very, very pristine. So
Not
far.
even dusty.
No.
And we can't hear anything.
No, if you wanted if you wanted to spend more time here, if you were going to spend sort of 10-20 minutes having a poke around both rooms, then you can have an investigation or a perception check to look around a little bit more.
Well, I think we need to
We
try and find instead of poking around at the moment.
leave the investigation till later. Let's see if we can't find this monster, parents and baby Walter.
Should we start from the top and work our way down?
I'd clear the bottom first, then go upstairs, make sure nothing surprises us from behind.
Touche. I will move to the closest door, which I assume is this one.
Okay, right. So as Tala moves towards the door, as you all step into the main hall, if I may, I'm just going to grab Pippa and pop you in. Yeah. There you go. Are you all in? Yeah. Mucking about with tokens. So, as I'm just going to pop you over, Sammi. I'm going to open that room for you just now.
That's fine. I don't have control token anyway, Dave, so it's fine.
Do you not? Okay. Let me just fix that for you. That. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, it's because we've reinstalled map tools. That's why. Because she's.
So you're no longer. Oh, I see. Yeah. Oh, okay, let me just resave it for you.
Oh, that's me.
Save. Tell Hallows, got you. Okay, right. Yeah. Okay, so a couple of things are going to happen at the same time now. So as Tala opens the door, it swings easily open, and you cast the light from Pippa's light spell in front of you, as the door here with the stained glass window slams shut. And the stained glass window itself has, as you're jerked round, you suddenly see liquid, thick, viscous, red liquid, clearly blood, dripping down the stained glass window.
Farrow's going to try the door.
It does not move.
Wonderful.
Is the blood coming from the glass or from the door?
It looks like it's from behind the glass, the other side of the glass.
Oh.
Is there light? Is there like light in the like? Is there light behind the glass as well? Like, can you see light, or is it literally just we can just see the blood inside the
It's
glass? And it's
just blood now. It was only just barely translucent before, but now it's virtually opaque for want of a you really can't see anything through it.
Well, I think we may know where at least one of the family members is.
Why do I get the feeling we just walked into a trap?
Ditto. And I was hoping to find some form of normal life to tell us where we are.
Seems we're seems our this is not our day. Shall we? Any ways through, right? No way back now.
Anyways, through. So, have I got light in here enough from?
Yes, yeah. Again, very opulent room. This looks like some kind of hunter's den. So again, oak panelled walls. There is. You go ahead and take your token in if you wish. You can see mounted above a fireplace. There's a stag's head. Positioned around the outskirts of the room are 3 stuffed wolves. There's 2 padded chairs draped in animal furs. There's an oak table. There's a cask of wine on the table. 2 carved wooden goblets. A pipe rack, candelabrum. A chandelier hangs above a cloth-covered table surrounded by 4 chairs. And the 2 cabinets stand against the walls to the west and north. It looks very cozy.
The wine, what kind is it?
This is, you've seen this before. Pippa's seen this wine before.
I may have met this wine previously.
Yeah, this is, in fact, this is an exact replica of the wine that you drank with the Vistani Travellers. This is the Wizard of Wine's winery, and this is Purple Grape Crush. This is an intact bottle. So the other one looked ancient, but it looks identical to the other bottle, but new.
This one's new. Pippa clocks it but doesn't say anything. She looks at it and she goes, oh. But all of her other facial expressions about lots of things are very, very big. And then this one just passes like a breeze.
I think we need to investigate these cabinets and potentially stay away from taxidermy.
What? So is the blood? Is it these windows where we can see the blood?
No, it was from this door had the stained glass window.
Right. Okay.
And that has now slammed closed, and
Oh shit. Okay.
yeah, these were external windows, so that the curtains or drapes for if there is a what like an American watching, which I'm sure there wouldn't be.
If we want to
Sim-
look, I could cast Detect Magic, but I'd have to cast it Ritual, which will take me 10 minutes. And then an hour for 30 feet around me.
Let's just have a quick look. We can always.
We can keep it in my back
hopefully we can
pocket.
always come back. Yeah. But
Yeah.
that's
It's there if you. I know it. Oh, 10 minutes, not an hour. I lied to you.
Simply because he is still on the outside of this room, I'm going to ask Farrow, could he have a look at the longsword above the fireplace and have a look on the pommel for me?
I can do that.
Yep. Perfectly serviceable, similar to the shield. If you were to take this down, it would serve you well. It's a long sword. It has the windmill on the pommel, but nothing special about it. Other than that.
Yeah, perfectly
But
usable.
the sigil's not like, yeah, it's not oozing with blood.
Nope.
Okay. So yeah, I think we need to have a look at these cabinets, possibly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There are
There.
locks on each of the cabinets. Just a relatively simple padlock holding the two sides together.
I can take a look at that if you want.
Okay.
We could potentially smash as well.
Let's try not to cause too much damage to somebody's home.
Yet.
Only if we have to. Is that sleight of hand, Dave?
Sure. So while let's roll some dice. Let's get on with it. Can the three not picking the lock make a perception check for me, please?
Investigation check.
Yeah, sure, if you want.
That's the investigation. I've done in 16.
Okay,
9.
sound. So it's going to take Farrow, as Farrow sets about this, Farrow will tell you, if you don't mind me saying, Tom, it's going to take him 10 minutes to crack this anyway, so you've got a good 10 minutes to have a shifty round. And Tala, as Farrow's doing his thing, you look again and your eyes are drawn towards these wooden panels. And what initially looked like gambling woodland creatures, you can see almost subliminally pictures of quite graphic horror in between. And once your eyes have adjusted to this horrible scene, you can see it everywhere. People being hung, drawn, quartered, tortured in unnatural ways. Fiends, demons, devils, ghosts. And as you notice it, the rest of you slowly start to, as your eyes shift to the macabre nature of this tableau, you all tune into it. As the lock clicks, and all of a sudden you leap and jump as the cabinet swings open. Inside, inside the first cabinet.
Say, I feel like he's that focused in. He just went done, not realizing what they're kind of looking at.
Okay, so we'll paint the picture for Farrow as well. Then, as you spin around, you can see. I don't know if they'd be pissed off with you or just still like. Whoa! But you see what they see now as well.
I mean, I say the wallpaper, but are the panels animate and obviously painting a horror scene, but are they animated in any way?
No.
Like,
They just seem to be subtly carved into the woodwork.
okay.
Are they like carved well, or is it like they've been like scratched in?
Incredibly well. The design is actually, if it wasn't so freaky, it would. Well, it's still impressive. In fact, you'd probably find it impressive, actually.
High level of skill.
Yeah, sorry, say again, Leah.
A high level of skill, deliberately done.
Absolutely, yeah.
Somebody
Yeah.
probably commissioned this. We're very, very unique artisan around here.
Which is starting to make me feel a little uneasy about the kinds of people we're trying to rescue.
Mm. If these are the nicer people, I wonder what the not nice people are like.
Yeah.
Let's find out what's in the cabinet.
Anyway,
As the cabinet swings open, you can see inside. There's a heavy crossbow on the main shelf, and beneath it, there's a light crossbow next to that, a hand crossbow, and 20 bolts for each weapon.
Do we come back to this or do we take it now?
I'm starting to think we take it now.
I do already have a crossbow, so
So you are.
you guys wanna cross?
I have a feeling Pippa might
I do
struggle
not.
with the heavy crossbow.
I do not have a
It
crossbow.
probably will be bigger than her.
It weighs twice as much as you.
It would be like the
The recoil on that sucker.
oh mate, put me through the front door.
Is it? Do you cock a crossbow? In which case, you'd be doing it with 2 feet.
I guess like the old French ones where they have to crank them.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Yeah.
Just Pippa in the background with her light crossbow, like, give me a moment.
So, yeah, it might be worth taking these then. Because I don't have one.
That's
Do you
certainly.
have a ranged weapon at all, Piper? No? Apart from...
Flames now. But I can't do that much. I'm still learning. I'll put for the defense of the family on a loan. For the defense of the family, I will borrow on a loan the light crossbow, which is a loan.
If you feel
But
uneasy,
I
you
will-
can take mine. So I've got this, and he holds up his longbow because he's got a light crossbow and a longbow. You can take mine if you feel uneasy about taking it.
Thank you.
In that case, I will borrow the light crossbow because I don't think I can use a heavy crossbow.
Yeah, I've got 20 bolts as well, so you can have those.
Thank
Oh,
you.
About to say, I'm going to take the 20 bolts
Yeah.
from
Oh,
the cupboard.
Yeah, I'll take
Sure.
spare bolts as well.
So I'll take
Okay.
them off my character sheet in that case.
Just for
Thank you.
expediency, the second cabinet clicks open. Not quite as impressive. There's a small box containing playing cards and an assortment of quite fine wine glasses in there, but not anything.
It makes sense that the crossbows are the ones that are locked up. Got to keep your firearms safe.
I think at this point we just need to start and have a look around each room, not potentially fucking going through cabinets.
Yeah, I
I think
agree.
that was a boo on my part. So yeah, we shall move to door number 2, please, Dave.
Door number 2, please. Sorry, but point to that again for me, Sammi.
So shall we say this one,
Go on to the side. Sure. Okay.
or shall we say this one?
Dealer's choice. We're going through them all anyway.
Take your pick, Mr. DM.
No,
Right,
no,
that one.
no, no, no. That's,
one.
I don't
That
That
know.
one.
Yeah.
Okay.
That one.
Righto. Cool.
So you were going to do something, Josh, weren't you? Sorry.
Yeah. What I'd wait. Well, kind of as everyone is leaving the room, I'd take the playing cards out of the cupboard.
Okay, sure.
Discreet.
So you managed to get them, no problem. What all I'm going to do at this point is just so you have them, Josh. They're yours. You can take them home with you. I sound like Jim Bowen now from the quiz show. The three of you turn around just to make sure Horace is with you. You have this sort of sense now that you need to stick together. And you look round and see Horace's face. Horace is still bruised and bloodied from his encounter with the wolf. You can see the teeth marks still on his armor, and he looks drawn. He looks ready to drop any time.
So, and he's going to say, "Sorry, big lad, I forgot." He's going to put his hands on him, and I'll cast Cure Wounds on him.
Ooh, what does that look like when you cast Cure Wounds?
I feel like he pulls out. He's got a sprig of mistletoe, but I feel like he pulls out like this assortment of herbs, and it all looks like he's wrapping the wound. But in doing so, there's almost like magic in that as he kind of heals. As a Farrow, it's very much. It feels less like magic and more like medicine, even though it's magic. If that makes sense. So
Absolutely.
Application of herbs and.
I mean, that's the second Lord of the Rings quote of the session. If anyone wanted to run away with that one, Athelas.
King's Falling.
Yay. Okay. So the room to the north is now open for you. And that leads to a dining room. The centerpiece of this wood paneled dining room is a mahogany table. It's surrounded by 8 high-backed chairs, sculpted armrests, cushioned, comfortable-looking seats, crystal chandelier above, and the whole place is set out. There's resplendent silverware, crystalware polished, glasses, and what looks like the most delicious feast you've ever seen in your life. Set out, steaming, smelling, delicious. Other than that, there's red silk curtains or drapes cover the windows, and on the east wall there's a tapestry. This depicts hunting dogs and horse-mounted aristocrats chasing after a wolf. And it's hanging from an iron rod bolted to the wall.
What does the tapestry out on it again? Sorry.
It's a picture of hunting. So hunting dogs, horse-mounted aristocrats chasing a wolf.
What's really on it?
Yeah. Okay. Probably the most peaceful thing we've seen since we've been here.
So you see, again, now that you've twisted to it, I'm not going to ask for a check. You on the tree trunks, there's sort of twisted, fiendish faces, very cleverly woven in, and there's wolves lurking amid the foliage. It's sort of puts a whole new spin on the whole piece, and this is huge, this tapestry. You're not sure if it's the hunted becomes the hunters. You're not sure which. It's bizarre now that you've seen it. But the feast, if I say to all of you that it's like a fine Sunday roast with vegetarian option, with Yorkshire puddings, gravy, stuffing, or roast parsnips. Yes, please. Mashed potato, roast potato, and sweet potato.
My God.
But
This is starting to sound like Christmas dinner.
And pigs in blankets.
Fucking hell. Well, now we're all fucked.
That's it. Wisdom
It's
save
tempting.
failed. But eat food.
Automatic fail. Eat dinner, die.
also failed. Pigs in
Reroll.
blanket.
Curse of Strahd Part 2.
I
Yeah, as tempting as it looks.
yeah.
I think I'm going to move on to room number 3.
Okay, which one's that, Sammi? Sorry.
As tempting as it tempting as it
The food's
looks.
hot, isn't it?
Maybe this one first.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
It's a
one.
food hot.
Yes.
this one.
Amazing. Carrying on.
Farrowwood gonna look wistfully at the dinner. You know, good soldier never turns down a free meal, but it's not the time of the place.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's
The owners are dead. I'm coming back for that meal.
that door's open for you if you wanted to have a look in there. It's a very small, simple cloakroom. There's several black cloaks hanging from the hooks on the wall, and rather bizarrely, there's a top hat sitting on a high shelf.
Nice. Don't see it.
Touche.
I do genuinely, Leah, I'd like to know when you went from the ethics patrol of the party to let's steal everything. What happened? What happened?
No. Mystery.
Remember, hopefully, we're coming back down to pillage this house. So, of all the pigs and blankets. So, door number 4 has been opened, so we may as well go to door number 5.
Okay, that's the one on the side then, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The one on the side should be open for you. That is a kitchen. The door at the end, let me just open this for you. Again, I'm not going to muck about too much. It would be obvious to all of you that there's a pantry at the end, so that's opened up as well. But it's tidy. The dishware, cookware, and utensils nearby are clean and placed on the shelves. The work table, cutting board, and rolling pin sit clean and ready for use. So the thing that looks like a toilet is actually a stovepipe connected to the ceiling. That's and just here is the entrance slightly higher up to a dumbwaiter.
Oh, what?
A tiny lift that you can send
You ever
food up
seen
in.
Haunting of Hill House, where the kid gets stuck in it and they drop him down into the basement?
No, but
Don't
now I have trapdoor, and where he sends Martha or his dinner.
You're like, nope.
If only you had a party member that was vaguely child-sized.
No. Oh,
You're up. Get it. Get it.
And off she
Very
goes.
aggressive.
You quickly leave the kitchen.
So yeah, fuck it, up the marble staircase we go.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So just to fill you in on the rest, that in the pantry, there's bags of flour, bags, everything that you'd need for an extended period. Okay, so let me take your tokens. Oh, what's going on there? I think map tools having a bit of a Benny. Okay, there's 3 of you. Right. There she is. Lovely. Right, I'm just going to take your tokens, cut, and move you up to... so who's going up first?
I assume me.
I'll go behind to give you the best light that I can give you.
Thanks.
Farrow went
Probably
far
just step up.
behind.
Okay.
Farrow was sticking close to Tala for sure.
Okay.
Tala.
So as you go upstairs, if you bear with me, because I've lost my... There it is. This again, similar to downstairs, this is another hall, so there's a fireplace on the west. There's more unlit oil lamps around the wall. Hanging on the mantelpiece is a wood-framed portrait. There's standing suits of armour flanking wooden doors to the north and south. Each suit of armour clutches a spear and has visored helms shaped like wolf heads. The red marble staircase that started on the first floor continues to spiral up. You do... sorry, who went first?
Me.
Tala. Tala, you feel a cold draft coming from upstairs. In terms of entryways, there's right on the landing, there's a door, single door, and then you've got the 2 double doors, north and south.
I'm going to suggest the danger is above us from a gut feeling. Did we want to proceed upwards towards it? And then we'll investigate as we come back down.
Maybe, but I also don't like the idea of something coming from behind.
So, let's open door number 1, please, David.
Gotcha.
Just quick.
Would we be able to, like, take it? We'd probably be able to sort of orient ourselves to know that that's the side that the blood's kind of was pouring down from on the level below.
Yes, yeah, pretty much.
I think we'll figure it out.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, Pippa would know exactly whereabouts she is. This door seems to open. Your best guess, which for Pippa is quite accurate, would be above the hunter's den, assuming that it continues to the east. If you wouldn't be over the portico itself necessarily. Let's open it up for you. So this is a conservatory of sorts. Gossamer drapes cover the windows of this elegantly appointed hall. It has brass plated chandelier hanging from the ceiling. Upholstered chairs line the walls, and stained glass wall hangings depict beautiful men, women, and children singing and playing instruments. There's a harpsichord with a bench which rests against the corner. Near the fireplace is a standing harp. Alabaster figurines dressed as dancers adorn the mantelpiece. So this is going to be Farrow. As you all start to enter, your senses hone into the harpsichord. And as you look, as you're scanning around, you see slight, very minute movement from underneath the harpsichord.
So he's just kind of try and get Lyra, Tala. Why do I keep going to Lyra? Tala's attention and kind of point to his eyes and then point kind of like underneath the harpsichord. And then he's going to slowly approach it. Kind of drawing his scimitar as he does so.
Sure. So as you draw your scimitar, you start to hear a whining noise. And now that you're a little bit closer, your senses, you've figured out, your senses have sort of aligned, and you can smell dog. And underneath this harpsichord is a small terrier dog, shaking in fear.
Maybe.
You're going to pull a little bit of jerky out of his backpack here. Come here, boy. Come here. Try and coax him out from underneath with the...
Sure. Let's have an animal handling check.
Animal handling. It's a 9.
9. So it doesn't respond. It's clearly petrified. You know animals. You know animals well. You've been around them all of your life. This is going to take some time to coax this dog out. It's if you approached now, its natural instincts may kick in. It's only a terrier. It's only a small thing. It's not going to be, for any of you really. But what do you want to do?
Yeah.
Can I try and get the doggy?
We're that party.
This is where I should have gone, Dave. Leave animals out of this.
Leave the animals. Is the dog in good condition from what I can see? Like, is it hurt?
Yeah. Okay. Yes. It looks a little thin. Say again, sorry.
That's odd. Just it's thin, but then there's steaming food downstairs, and the pantry's full. That's odd.
The kids did also say that the town's fallen on hard times.
The dining room didn't look like it had.
This house
Very
doesn't
true.
look like it has. There's a lot of valuable items in this house that could potentially be sold for gold.
Yeah.
Can I try and gain the dog's trust?
Sure. You can roll animal handling as well.
Yeah, 23.
Yeah. Okay. So you're you can see the dog now. If you don't mind me saying, you offer some food as well, and it relents. You can tell that its natural instincts have now taken it to hunger, and it does, with its tail between its legs, sort of crawl towards Tala as you hold your hand out, as he sniffs and then takes the food. And then he will eventually warm to Tala and start to sit with you and pant and wag his tail. You can see there's a collar around. It's a dark leather collar, nothing ornate about it. And it looks like it used to have a tag on it, a name tag on it, but it's broken.
No. What colour's the dog, Dave?
What colour would you like the dog to be?
I don't know.
It could be one of those cute tricoloured ones. I'm not getting
Somebody-
emotionally invested in this dog. Don't even start.
I'd say somebody give me a name, because if I named it, I would be too emotionally invested.
Mhm.
Horace, give me a name for the dog.
Is it a boy or a girl? Sorry.
Boy? Why not?
Boy. What colour is the dog? We need to determine the colour for the dog. Then we have a name for the dog.
So what kind of terrier? What should we go for? Should we go for a sort of?
I did think when you said terrier, I thought Yorkshire Terrier for some reason.
Yeah.
I thought-
Terrier, Jack Russell Terrier, it's all those sort of small dogs.
Should we go with sort of a
Which one we
mongrelly terrier, sort of scruffy haired? He's the adorable neighbour's dog. He's the little perky fella. So he's tawny coloured fur.
I'm going for Patches.
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 Thank God for that. I thought
We
you were
now
going to
have
go
a
with
dog called
kebab.
Patches.
Damn it.
So,
according to Pippa.
yeah, assuming the dog is, apart from skinny, the dog is unharmed.
Mm.
Everything, it looks normal for a dog.
Yeah, he's definitely warm to Tala. Now, I mean, he'll have a sniff around all of you, go backwards and forwards now that he's had something to eat. Yeah, but he seems to be staying closer to Tala.
Okay. Let's go away and see what's across the hallway then. And see if we the dog.
Rue, can I have a look at the portrait over that mantelpiece?
Yeah. Yeah. So similarly to everything that you've seen before, they're in between all of the children singing, playing instruments. There are carvings of well-dressed skeletons in between, and they seem to be hunting the women and children.
Okay.
So, to the north. Double doors.
Double doors.
Okay. Inside, red velvet drapes cover the windows of this room. An exquisite mahogany desk and a matching high-backed chair face the entrance and the fireplace, above which hangs a framed picture of a windmill perched atop a rocky crag. Situated in corners of the room are two overstuffed chairs. Floor-to-ceiling bookshelves line the east wall. A rolling wooden ladder allows one more easily reach to more easily reach the high shelves.
I just want to move in here. The wall paneling and all.
And a circular staircase. You don't see them in houses very often, do you?
I mean, it's marble. Come on, it's red marble.
Yeah. And marble, yeah. I've got that marble.
So, I want to come back to that windmill picture, but I want to continue moving on as well.
Okay.
And I'll drag Piper away from the books. We will come back. We will come back.
There's so many good titles.
Well, of the titles that you've seen, the brief look that you've been able to have before you've been dragged away, you can see that it's mostly history's warfare, but the alchemy might interest you. Some of them seem to be you would guess a first edition. So there's books of poetry, there's fiction. Yeah, they're quite the exquisite collection. Hey, give me a perception check, Leah, if you would, please.
15.
Okay. As you're being ushered out, it strikes you as bizarre that one of the books doesn't have any writing on its spine, and it's a red spine, stands out from the others.
Like, is it a huge tome? Is it a very small volume?
It's a larger tome. Yeah, it's all very neat and organized. So most of the books are of an even level, but this one's slightly wider than most.
As I'm being pulled past, is there any chance I could quickly just grab it, even if it's just to pull it on the floor? Grab it.
As I see you trying to grab something, I'm just gonna let go.
Okay. Well, what we'll do? You know what? We could paint a reasonable image with this. We've got Pippa sort of looking, as if to say, "Oh, Mum, Connor," and then you see, and as you reach and grab, the book only comes so far. And as you're being dragged away, it stays at sort of 45 degrees, and then there's a click. And then to the north, in this corner, the bookcase swings slightly open, and there's a room behind.
Secrets.
Secret tunnel.
Do we want to go now? We'll come back later.
All right, we do it now. Give us something that's going to attack us again. We don't want it coming up behind us.
Is there any breeze coming from in that room? Joe, like when the door opened, did we feel a breeze? Is there any like? You know, like when you've gone into a room that's not been open for like a significant proportion of time, it has that kind of like, thank you, that's what I'm asking. Yeah.
Let's have a look. Make a perception check then, again, for me, Leah, please.
Interested now. 21.
Wow, doing well tonight. Yeah, you get that exact musty aroma coming from this room beyond.
It doesn't from here look like it's been open for a while.
Doesn't look like it's been open for a long, long time.
There's no like drag marks on the floor from the door being open and closed. No.
Nope.
We're looking now.
Stick your head in. Stick your head in.
Using the quarterstaff, I touch the door open, and as far back as I can, see if I can push it, just so I can see it.
Okay. Let me douche. 1 second. There you go.
Way back the line, that's all I had to be open about the red book.
Right, hold up. Your token sticky. There you go. Somebody's done it. There we go. So inside, as you, because it's dark inside, and currently we have the light spell on Tala's shield. So she'd sort of have to be. Tala would have to be standing near to you or over you. And
I
you
thought
can
it was on your quarterstaff. Sorry.
It was still on my staff. I didn't move it.
Sound, beg pardon, that was me then. So you can see there's bookshelves, more bookshelves in here. And without looking, just looking at the spines, you can tell that these are more of an arcane nature. But they are not necessarily... there's images of skulls, demons, devils, things like that on all of the spines. And at the end of this secret room, there's a heavy wooden chest. The clawed iron feet stand against the wall. The lid is half closed, but the feature that sticks out to you the most is a skeleton clad in leather armor, slumped as if collapsed next to this half-opened chest.
I think everyone behind can basically look and see what I see. I have a feeling this room has not been opened for a very, very long time.
Perhaps even the owners don't know about it.
Perhaps.
Somehow doubt it.
Well, that will be the closest person in. Good. People looked up, just looking at the book. The skeleton, all of its appendages are in the right places. It's not got a head over one side and an arm somewhere completely different. It's
I'll tell you what I'll ask for. So let's do. I'll tell you what. Let's have a medicine check from Pippa just to deal with the skeleton first. Then.
not very good. 10.
Okay, 10. It's with a 10. I will tell you that whatever has happened to it has been sudden, and it's collapsed where it died. An event happened which put this figure on the floor almost instantly, and it looks as if it was trying to open the chest.
Is the skeleton facing away from me or towards me?
It is facing away
It
from
looking-
you
So
towards
it's
the
looking
chest.
towards the chest rather than looking at the door.
Yes.
I think this person may have been caught in the act. That's why you don't steal. Potentially.
Is it worth
The-
walking away for now then, and we'll come back to investigate it?
It's not like
Um,
let him stand back up again, is it? Pippa says genuinely.
Is as you've checked the cups as well, you can also see in the left hand of the skeleton there is a crumpled up letter as well.
I just grab the paper, and then we move on.
Okay.
A favourite griller of meats.
So as you grab the letter from the skeleton's hand, the skeleton clunks and shifts, and then the lid snaps shut as it decapitates this skeleton body. And as it collapses to the floor and rolls over, you can see in the chest, in the leather armor of this skeleton armor, you can see 3 darts in a precise triangular pattern.
We've reset the trap.
Oh,
There could be a trap in it. So when the skeleton,
yeah, it's
Yeah.
the chip.
now skeleton opened it, it's gone.
I mean,
Kind of.
just as a quick look on the wall behind the chest and sort of directly opposite, can we see any little holes or anything like that?
You can have a perception check if you wish, or an investigation would be more. Well, yeah. Either way. No, that's fine. Mate. That's
Sorry.
fine. 23. Yeah, no. You have a thorough look as Pippa reads this letter, and you're convinced that no, there's this. If it has fired before, it's certainly not into the wall. The letter, it has a seal on it, and if you'll forgive me 1 second, I just need to double check something which I didn't do beforehand. Terrible dungeon master. Yeah, so it's got a crest on this letter, and it's a crest that you've seen before. This is the same crest from the letter that Horace received back in the tavern. And it seems to be, in fact, 2 handouts. Yes. Oh, we all love a handout, don't we?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So you've seen it twice now. Hopefully this should load up for you pretty quick.
Yeah.
So it seems to be a raven, stylized raven over with sort of a stylized shield, and then like a castle, a gothic castle in the background. If you've all got that.
Yep.
And the letter says, "My most pathetic servant. I am not a messiah sent to you by the dark powers of this land. I have not come to lead you on a path to immortality. However many souls you have bled on your hidden altar, however many visitors you have tortured in your dungeon, know that you are not the ones who brought me to this beautiful land. You are but worms writhing in my earth. You say that you are cursed, your fortunes spent. You abandoned love for madness, took solace in the bosom of another woman, and sired a bastard son. Cursed by darkness? Of that I have no doubt. Save you from your wretchedness? I think not. I much prefer you as you are. And it is signed, your dread lord and master, Strahd von Zarovich."
What? With the same seal as the letter I received,
Yes.
which was from, and that was from the Burgomaster, wasn't it?
Let me
Yeah.
push your hand out so you've got.
Because we found those 2 letters. So the first one was the one that was given to me in the tavern.
Yeah.
And then the second one was the one that we found on that corpse. And they were both from the Burgomaster.
And they were asking for somebody to be saved. I don't think I need saving this Strahd dude, whether he
And then that one was from. It's just interesting that it's the same seal.
feel.
Also, if you look at them, they actually have subtly different handwriting. Something I've just noticed with them side by side.
That is true.
Is there something I could roll to confirm that, Dave? If they've got different handwriting, is there a check I can make?
No, they are very distinct, different styles of handwriting, signed by the same.
Yeah. You're somewhere else, you are, Tom. Bloody hell.
That's incredible.
No, no, no.
The handwriting on this letter, does it match either of the other letters that I've
Yes.
seen?
Yes, it also matches the same handwriting as the one that was given to Horace with the
first
seal.
one.
The same seal.
The same seal with the same. So potentially the same person is using two different names, but using the same seal.
Or it's somewhat because the other letter was signed off by supposedly the same person. So perhaps it's
Oh, yeah.
the Strahd character is impersonating the burgomaster.
Mm.
In which case, why would this Strahd send for me? Or perhaps it was not me after. No, that's not right.
One letter seems to suggest that we shouldn't.
Yeah, one's about
Convey
don't come here,
this.
run for your life, don't try it, and the other letter's like, come here, it's fine, the water's good, come swimming.
Seems like we've been brought here for a purpose.
Oh, yeah.
Or deceived into coming. Well, in your case, deceived into coming here for a purpose. In our case, no.
The people of our village can protect her.
Fucking appear out of nowhere, don't we?
Yeah. Pippa
Something
pockets,
for another mystery.
Pippa pockets the letter, lets everybody else read it, doesn't hide the fact that what it is, and goes, curious and curious then.
Down the rabbit hole.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. We shall go to the final door on this level and take a peek.
I really want to know what's in that chest.
I
Tom,
know.
the player wants to know what's in that chest. Farrah, the character, I don't.
If you want to find out what's in that chest, you go and find out what's in that chest.
I think we should
It's a lot
find out
like
what's
stealing
best.
things.
But maybe once we're safe. And
Pippa holds the staff up for light and steps as far back as she's able.
yeah.
So, script. Farrow is going to investigate the chest. And he's going to try and see if he can find any obvious signs of it being trapped.
Okay, so
Try and
investigation
find-
check for that then.
Yeah.
What Tala
Oh.
might do
Yeah, and what's Tala going to do?
for safety of the halfling, she's going to pick Piper up and she's going to put her around the other side of the bookcase. And as she's picked her up and dropped her, don't worry. And I'm going to snap my fingers and I'm going to say the word light. And as I do, there's like a soft white glow that comes out of my hand. And as it does, an orb appears above the chest of glowing light as I cast dancing lights.
Okay,
Beautiful.
sound. So with 8 investigation, you're pretty sure that there was a lock mechanism to this, and you can see 3 small holes around the lock that are no longer intact and seem to have discharged the 3 darts in the in the body, in the corpse.
I'd like to open the chest then, please, Dave.
Okay. So inside, nothing happens as you open it. Inside, you can see there's books, blank books, black leather covers. These are expensive looking books worth 25 gold each. So 3 of those. There's what you would know as divine spell scrolls in the corner, just 3 dotted around. And a quick look over them allows you to identify spell scrolls of bless, purify food and water, and spiritual weapon.
Mhm.
To the right hand side, as you going underneath the blank books, you can see legal documents with a long drawn out script with various tassels and attachments onto it that seems to be a deed, and it's the deed to this house. There's details of a deed to a windmill. And a signed will. The will is signed by Gustav and Elizabeth Durst, and it bequeaths the house and windmill and all of the family property to Rosavalda and Thornbolt Durst in the event of their parents' death.
Oh,
Very nice.
Grab
They're
it, have it.
definitely pocket the spell scrolls. Thank you. Appreciate it.
As much as I hate to say it, I don't think you could actually use any of those, can you?
I'd have to copy them, wouldn't I? Would I not?
Yeah, well, because they're of a divine nature, so bless, protection from food and water, and spiritual weapon are all, divine.
spells.
Yeah.
Cleric and spell. Fucking clerics.
Cheats. You've worked all of your life.
Mate, it's crazy, you know. All of you lot just run around and hit things and be all athletic and pray to people and stuff.
So Tala will reach over Pippa and grab those and say, "I'll pay you to copy those at some point."
They're like, oh, I was holding them for you because you can just look at them once and know things. That's great. That's great.
I'm also going to grab the deed. I'm also going to take the will as well.
Yeah,
in
for
case
sure.
it's not here when we come back.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Just for the record, you look at Pippa and just for the record, we don't just pick up things and hit people with them. It takes training and skill to use a sword. Just to be clear.
Yeah, I'm very sure it does, and I'm very proud of it.
In fact, I will just chuckle to himself. In fact, kind of dry sense of humour. He found that quite funny.
Okay.
Okay.
So to the last door.
Yeah. Let's open that up for you then. What time can we all play till tonight, out of interest?
Whenever
you want.
Yeah.
To finish me.
I can carry on.
I can
So,
also continue. Right.
I'm not in work tomorrow, so I'm quite happy.
yeah, I'm off to Mark's tomorrow. We're going to watch Andor season 2 for the whole day.
yeah.
Think about it.
I'm just going
Choice.
to grab a drink really quickly.
Yeah. Can you still hear me, dude?
Yeah, I can. If I ever leave my desk, I can always still hear you.
Okay, so yeah, I thought you could. I'm just checking, just so I can. Right, the last door's open then on Tala. If you want to make your way around, this room is it's an undecorated bedroom. You'd spot it as a servant's room, very plain, white walls, white. So it contains a bed with a straw stuffed mattress. The foot of each bed is a footlocker. There's servants' uniforms hanging from the hooks. This is quite clearly a servants' quarters, servants' rooms, and you can also see an entrance to the dumbwaiter just to the south. As if I can do that, there it is. There.
Yep. I mean, just for the sake of the gander, is there anything on the walls in here?
No, very plain room. Nothing of interest. So I'm just going to leap ahead because I do it occasionally. The footlockers are empty as well. There's nothing of interest in this whole entire room. You can ransack the whole lot. Nothing at all.
Okay. So, but the walls don't have any of the demonic or fey scrolls to them.
No, not at all. This is a very plain, ordinary room.
Yeah.
There is a little door that Tala stood next to there. It's a which is a closet. I'll just open it up for you, just so you've got it all again. I'm rushing through this bit,
I'm still on the letters. I don't know whether my map's just being weird.
Ooh, one sec.
Yeah, I'm on the handouts.
Right, one sec. Douche. There you go.
Magic.
Yeah, don't forget, because you can look at the handouts yourself as well. So if you go to select map, top right-hand corner, and that drop-down menu, that's everything that you've explored so far, including the title. If you wanted to.
Yeah. Cool.
Look back. I mean, if you in the small hours, if you get bored as I'm talking at you, just have a look through the maps. Why not?
So yeah, we shall ascend the second floor.
Right, so let me put your tokens. Pippa's off.
Sorry, I was just going upstairs.
That's all right. Don't worry. Right, let me. Now that you've stood still, let me grab your token. One second. Sorry.
Classic me.
Right, let's pop your tokens. Let's play it. There we go. So this is now second floor. As you go up the stairs, instantly you're all aware. Tala noticed this earlier, but it's colder upstairs, and you've gone from it feels very much as if you've stepped into a different house almost. So you've gone from clean, well-oiled, well-maintained to dusty. Spiderwebs, mold, smell, old, abandoned house. And as you rise up the dusty balcony that is the hallway of the second story, in front of you is standing a black plate armor, which is draped in cobwebs. There's same as before. There's oil lamps mounted on the oak panel walls, which have carved woodland scenes. These oil lamps are dry and empty, unusable. In terms of doorways on this floor, so you can see double door here, single doors here and here, and you can, yeah. So what do you want to do?
I mean, can we feel which direction, like which door sort of feels the coldest?
The cold is all around, and as you stand still, aware of the fact that something's different here, because the staircase also ends here as well, you don't get a sense of any cold emanating from anywhere else. There's certainly no tracks in the dust. Nothing's disturbed.
Start opening doors again. Rinse and repeat, please, Mr. DM. We shall go for door number 1.
Sure. So as you cross over to this side, what we'll do is we'll roll initiative.
No! It was only a matter of time.
Oh, sugar, I've lost the thing.
Terrible.
Should be this. Yeah, no, I could do with a drink as well. I think it's the selected tab. Sammi. I got one.
Initiative. It's quite nice to go last when you're a bit more a wiggly kind of person.
Yeah, you've managed your initiative. You're on the tracker.
Yeah. I'm here.
It's just me, but it's not coming up with the initiative thing.
Do you want me to come down?
Potentially.
I don't have a stopwatch. Oh.
Hello.
Oh, that was quick.
The house isn't actually that big.
It's just a nice little terrace.
Beautiful.
There you go. Here we go.
You guys are still hurt, aren't you?
I'm doing better after the cure wounds, but yeah, I'm not.
You've got quite a question, haven't you?
Yeah, oh yeah. The exhaustion could be a bit of a problem.
So you were on about nerd points earlier. This is my work water bottle.
Nice.
I'll get you some.
Oh yeah, I've got so much.
Quite
It's not
literally
bad.
the opposite. But... sorry, Leah, what were we saying?
I've got nerdy stuff all over where I sit.
Oh, hell yeah, the secret. The Onion Man.
Best NPC from Dark Souls.
Hell yeah. Praise the sun.
That's
I saw that is cool.
It's a metal poster.
Oh, is
Ruby
it displate?
It's a display, yeah.
Yeah, I've
Just-
seen that.
It's a complete version. This one's my favourite.
Sick.
Nice. That's
I also like the "It's a Mystery" on the board behind it.
I've been waiting for someone to ask the question, so I didn't look stupid by asking it. But I'm just going to move on. I'm just going to move.
While the board's clean.
You know what you could do? You could position your head and draw yourself a really cool hat on the board behind you.
I couldn't. No.
Give yourself the top hat you just stole.
Actually, one nerdy thing. Anyone recognize these people?
Oh, yeah, that's critical role. Isn't it?
Oh,
Hey.
hurrah.
Whoa!
That's me in Critical Role. Anyway,
That's sick.
carry on. That's enough of that. Leah.
Wow.
Shout out to Critical Role.
Yeah.
I know you guys need the support.
Yeah. Oh well. Right. So what's going to happen? As what I'll do slightly is I'm just going to backtrack to there. As Tala, as you cross the hall, moving towards the door, the suit of armor reaches out.
No, it doesn't.
Naturally.
That's really not how Dungeons and Dragons works, Leah. But let's have a look. You know what? Let's just go for it. So it's with two arms, both swing down towards you. The first one rolls 20 to hit.
That is going to hit.
Okay, that is going to be 8 points of bludgeoning damage. As the second one swings down for a 6 to hit. As you weather the blow on your shield, just raise it in time. As Tala, you are the next to react.
Well, I was going to say, is there any chance you will have to double check this, Mr. DM? Can I use Shocking Grasp as a reaction?
No, Shocking Grasp is an action.
No. That is fine. Oh. Then I shall. I don't know. I'm going to. I will swing at it with my Warhammer.
Sure.
For a 9.
No, 9 misses. This, or more to the point, you just thunk into its shoulder and it has no impact whatsoever. Yeah, looks cooler than missing, but yeah. Anything else from Tala?
I'm going to use Healing Word on myself.
Okay.
Otherwise, I am about to die. That's going to be.
Wow. Puts you back on full.
Yeah.
Any
Yeah, it
movement?
does. I assume it's the only place I can really go is there. So, yeah.
There is space in the corner if you particularly wanted to. There is enough room for you to get around there. You could see that, but you can stay there if you want. It's up to you.
I will go there then.
Okay. Takes us to Farrow.
Farrow is going to move up to there.
Yep.
And then make an attack with a scimitar on his short sword.
Sure.
The scimitar is 18 to hit.
18 just hits.
Just hit.
Yeah, this thing is pure black plate armor. 6 points of damage.
And then
Okay.
the short sword
Yeah.
is a miss with an 8.
Okay. Strictly speaking, you are flanking, so you can.
Oh,
I will allow that.
For a natural 20, 26.
Wow.
Our
Removed.
first natural 20.
12 points.
12. 12 points of damage. Anything else?
And then I'm just going to up there.
Okay. Horace.
What?
Okay, let's go. I'm gonna move to
Mhm.
where Farrow was just stood, which is conveniently also in flanking position. Very good, very nice.
Almost as if you've done this before. Yeah.
Boy, easy. Am I going to? No, I'm not. I'm gonna swing with my greatsword.
Mm-hmm.
Advantage. Roll
In the face.
in the face. 21 to hit.
21
Baby.
hits.
Well, let's go. Big
Hits in the
swing.
face, baby.
13 points of damage.
13 points of damage. Anything else from you?
I will step backwards.
Okay. That will provoke an opportunity attack from the animated armor.
Yes, sir.
He is going to roll 20.
That will hit.
Yeah, that's about as low as that is as low as I can roll for 3 points of bludgeoning damage. As he just sort of tries to backhand you and connects with your shoulder as you're spun back. As now then, does Pippa have the honours? Your turn, Leah.
Potentially.
Pippa.
Lol. Make sure that I'm not base to base with the scary thing.
Nice.
And then I've only really got Firebolt. I want to save my other spell slot. So Firebolt, hopefully.
Have you
Come
got
on.
anything
Come on,
cantrip-wise? Yeah,
No.
Bible.
Firebolt is a cantrip for me.
Yeah.
And I rolled in that one.
No.
Okay,
I don't
anything
want to
else?
give you guys clues. No, not I can think of.
Okay.
Just going to
So
stay
the
where I am. Stay out of the way.
Sure, yeah. The animated armor now has 2 targets, and it's going to start flailing 1, 2 each. So the first attack
Sorry, guys.
will aim towards Farrow. It's going to be 12 to hit.
That is a miss.
Misses. Okay, and the second attack will be towards Tala. 10 to hit.
Misses.
Tala.
So I am going to mutter under my breath something incoherent, and I'm going to cast Holy Word.
Okay. So that's you'd be at disadvantage because you are within 5 feet of your opponent.
Well, I've already said that I'm doing it now, so.
Okay.
Okay. No.
Yeah. No. So what would Holy Word look like? Is it just the word itself? No visuals.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'd probably say that there's a bit of a glow that emanates from myself, bit of a silverish white glow. But otherwise, obviously, it just fails, so it just splutters out.
Okay, righto. So Tom, Farrow's.
Barrow will step back into flanking.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, we know what Farrow does. He's going to hit him twice with the scimitar and short sword.
Sure.
Hopefully. Fingers crossed. 21 hit with the scimitar?
21 hits.
For 9 points of slashing damage.
Lovely. How does it die?
So I feel like he just kind of takes the helmet off. So he like goes for the neck joint of the armor. Just sends the helmet crashing against the wall.
Nice. Yeah. So it does. You crumple its skull, smash its helmet into the wall. As the rest of it just falls to the ground, no longer moving. From your vantage point there, all I'll do is I'm just going to move Horace one further, and you can now see that there is a further door. So there's double door there, one here, and then 2 doors to the south there as well.
Pippa just catches Farrow's eye and goes, "Okay, that was skillful. I give you that. That was skillful."
kind of half bow. I aimed, please.
A little bit shaking and perturbed. Tala will just go, okay, keep moving. And yeah, I will attempt to open the door I originally set to open, please.
Sure. That was the one in the south, wasn't it, if I remember rightly?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. There you go. So, dust and cobwebs shroud an elegant bedroom. The bedroom contains a large bed, 2 end tables, and a wardrobe. Mounted on the wall next to the wardrobe is a full-length mirror with an ornate wooden frame carved to look like ivy and berries. As Tala steps into the room here, and as Pippa's light casts into the room, in the corner here, you are frozen in place by what you can see. You can see floating, pointing towards the corner, what looks like a humanoid figure in a dishevelled, dust-covered, what used to be white dress with long black hair.
I should assume this isn't Mishka.
This is not Mishka, fortunately. When I had great fun setting out this campaign, searching for images like this one.
Oh, that's horrible. Dear Lord.
I see it on the stream. I can't. It's not up on that tools for me.
Yeah.
It's not on my
No, I
map.
can't see it.
Hold on, wait.
Is it
Let me
scary?
try.
Oh,
Bit
I
spooky.
don't like it though. Don't like it one bit.
Oh no, I didn't need that. No, that's fine.
Let's go back to
No.
the map. Let's go back to the map.
That's nightmares.
Is he
tonight, isn't it?
pointing at us or at something?
Nope, it's just faced towards the corner of the room.
Oh, like she's in trouble.
do we try and talk to it?
I can have a go. Excuse me. Hello. Sorry, we're in your room. Sorry, Are you the owner? Are you Elizabeth? I don't remember the name from Will.
So as you've finished talking, as you start talking, this figure slowly rotates around, really slowly, until you can see a young woman, and she's dressed similarly to the servants in the servant's uniform that you saw downstairs. And you can tell there's an ethereal quality to her now that she's shimmering and turning around. And as she faces you and spins around more, you can tell that she's clearly upset. She's clearly been crying. And then in the front, you can see 7, 8 knife wounds as she turns to face you and then lunges towards you. Let's roll initiative.
Ghost bad. Bad ghost.
Ghost bad.
Ghost bad. Bad ghost. Don't make it.
Don't make it.
I love this campaign. It's wrong, isn't it? It's wrong, but I love this campaign.
It's like it's just no. I should have picked a different character. She's too pure for this. I should have sent one of the others. Rolling initiative again, sorry.
Yes, please.
Yes.
Okay. Tala, you quite possibly defensively step in front of Pippa. You get to act first. What would you like to do?
I would like to attempt to cast Holy Word.
Come on. Right. So normal attack.
17.
17 is going to hit.
Hell yeah.
No.
4.
4 points of
Points of
damage. Yeah. So you've the etherealness of this creature as your holy word seems to tear a chunk out of it, and as it's still screeching, raising its arm, coming towards you. Anything else?
So, if I hit undead, fiend, or fae, its speed is reduced by 10 feet, and it cannot take any reactions until the end of its next turn.
Awesome.
Oh.
Won't
take any reactions. Cool.
Can't take any reactions until the end of its next turn.
I'll check.
Back the fuck up. You go in there.
That's as far away as you can get. So as she's floating now towards you, or not, as the case may be, you can hear her screeching, my Walter, you will not take my Walter. Farrow's turn.
So Farrow will move into the room, I think.
Yeah.
However, I can't see.
Yeah.
So this is all in darkness for me.
Let me put, because I've kind of, we need to be quite specific here, because the light spell was on Tala, but Tala hasn't got the light spell, so I'm going to have to take that.
You've got dancing lights, hasn't he?
Yeah,
Right,
I put dancing lights up
on the chest.
Pippa had. I had it above the chest.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of follows you around.
Okay. Isn't it a bonus action to follow you around?
I'll double check.
Okay.
Good question.
It's like in Skyrim.
But because if the
As a
light
bonus
is on
action,
Pippa,
yeah, you can move it.
you can
still
just see
technically-
there.
However, so I've gone 20 there. Says he'll move up.
Yeah.
But as he enters the room and he sees this nursemaid, you see him hesitate for a second, and the colour kind of drain from his face. He's kind of a little pale. He'll shake himself, looking around, looking at the situation, realizing what situation they're in, and he is going to go in and try and attack this creature.
Okay, go for it.
And rolls a natural 1, which pretty thematic, really. And then the short sword, another natural 1, which I'm happy with that, to be honest.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Like
He's kind of shaking and pale.
Yeah, you are. Right, Pippa's turn.
You can't. So watch him run in. Going to do something that Pippa's not done before, which is move forward. I know, shocked. We all are shocked. But I'm just getting the angle. And then I'm going to try again to use that old fire of bolt.
Sure.
20. Boom.
20 hits.
Over the top of the bed.
Do apologise. Apparently, if I hit the enter key, it rolls things.
Only 4. 4
Okay.
damage.
So this spectral figure, as the fire goes through its incorporeal form, it doesn't sort of, you expect it to light up part of its form, but it seems resistant to the fire. You have hit it, you have damaged it, but it's not as much as you would expect. Would you like to do anything else?
Nope.
At level 1?
At level 1. No, because it's an action. I don't think I've got any reactions, bonus action spells. I think all of my spells are action spells, apart from shield and silvery barbs.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm going to. I move 2 to go forwards. I don't want to leave him alone in the room when he's like this. I'm going to stay. I'm going to stay in the room and shout for Horace.
Okay, Horace's turn.
Hell yeah. I can only move 25 feet because of my exhaustion, but hearing Pippa cry out, Horace would kind of like burst through the door, run into the room, and be saying, I'm like, what's going on? And then I'd look, probably like catch in the corner, like having heard the screams as well, look over to the corner of the room, see a ghost, and I was like, oh, fuck. And that's my turn.
Okay. So, this nursemaid now, as she is next to Farrow, she was diving towards Tala, and as Farrow's just got in the way, as he's gone pale, as she's looming towards him, she reaches out towards you with a 22 to hit.
Definitely hits me, mate.
Which is going to be 6 points of necrotic damage, and your hit point maximum is decreased by an amount equal to the damage taken.
Ghosts, man. Fucking D&D ghosts.
No,
Dude.
thank you.
And then she's going to move 5, 10, 15, 20 feet through the wall as she just goes. So you do have opportunity attacks for those that can. And as she's reached out towards Farrow, she'll be saying, "My Walter, I will save my Walter." So that would be Farrow first with an opportunity attack.
Oh my God.
18.
That one hits.
Yeah.
I think. I assume. I can only assume.
Yeah.
For 7 points of slashing and damage.
Okay. So again, as you slash through it, it seems as if you're not doing as much damage as you would expect. Pippa, Pippa, in theory, gets an opportunity attack.
I hit it with my quarter staff. Can't I?
Yeah, I know. I shouldn't have sounded quizzical then, should I?
No, she can't. No, she can't. Oh.
Yeah, so I'd like to think you sort of swat. It's more of a
Yeah, more of a like when a
Uh,
wasp is coming at you at a picnic and you're just like that kind of
Look
thing.
off!
perfect.
Yeah, that.
So that takes us to Tala.
Hallow is going to move away from the wall. All walls.
Yeah, so 5 feet to there. Yeah.
And I'm going to hold an attack for another holy word, please.
Okay. Farrowwood.
So Farrow is he's going to do the same thing. He's going to stay where he is, and he's going to say to Horace and Pippa, step back from the walls.
Okay. And you're holding attack with scimitar, I take it?
Yeah.
Okay, Pippa's turn.
I'm going to step away from the wall. One of those bits where Leah would do one thing, but Pippa's going to do something else. So Pippa's going to stand near Farrow and hold probably a firebolt.
Okay. Horace.
I am also going to take Farrow's advice and get the heck away from the wall. So yeah, I'll step back, and I'll almost kind of like look at the floor. Kind of again, I'm speaking out loud, but not really addressing anyone. Well, I'm addressing Mishka and saying, you didn't think to warn us of this. Useless. You're useless. And then Horace will like again just like straighten his back, shoulders back, and then he's like holding an action, holding an attack with a greatsword, getting ready to like just swing if needs be.
Okay. The apparition appears next to Horace. So in terms of initiative order, I'm going to apply quite the disadvantage for you, Sammi, for you to roll first. Your angle is very oblique, but you can make an attack roll.
That is fine. But
Yeah. Righto. Okay. So then in terms of triggering, so it's not within melee range of Farrow, so he's not triggered yours, so that means Pippa. But it's going to be at disadvantage because she's gone straight into she's coming towards.
Yeah.
Tom, roll a d4 for me, please. 1 and 2, it's going to be Horace. 3 and 4, it's going to be Pippa. Yeah, she's coming straight for Pippa. And you try and throw, with disadvantage, your firebolt to stop this.
How do you disadvantage yourself on D&D Beyond?
Are you on the computer or an app?
I'm on a laptop, so I'm on
Laptop.
the browser.
Right click the button, you'll press disadvantage and then press roll.
Hit DC.
Not seen, yeah. Oh, no.
15 still hits.
Yeah.
That's not too sure. Just needed to be more confident. And then I'm not going to do 10, but not so much.
Resisted to half. Even so, it's better than nothing. But that also triggers Horace's attack. Big numbers, Josh.
Big swings. Let's fucking go.
Otherwise, I'm going to have to hit the halfling for the first time.
Don't hit the halfling.
I don't want to. I don't want to.
She's too pure for this game.
I'm sorry.
I picked the too pure character.
12.
Just hits.
Oh, thank the Lord,
This thing is
baby.
not very fast. Hold up, let me just double check 2024 rules. Yeah, it is. Just hits.
Thank fuck for that. Okay, alright. That's 13 points of damage.
It was on 6 hit points, which is exactly what it takes.
What a hero.
Hero. How does it die?
Come on. I think with the damage that Pippa just did with the firebolt, Horace would like be looking towards Pippa, nod his head, almost be like, thanks, and then just take this last swing, and almost just like you just see it kind of pass through. It just passes through, seemingly doesn't really do very much, and then you just see the spirit just like split in two. Almost like there's like a delay on it, so the sword comes through, and then the spirit just splits and then like dissipates.
Nice. So as it splits, instead of coming straight for Pippa, it splits either side of her as Pippa sort of stood between. Okay, so the rest of this room now, you can tell this room looks similar to the servants' quarters. There's nothing that opulent about this room whatsoever. It's slightly more spacious than the other servants' quarter, but this is certainly not a grand room. You suspect this was the nanny's room. What do you want to do?
Hit point wise, how are people looking?
The efforts of everybody. I'm fine.
Technically, I'm at max 6 points. Only to have my max reduced.
You've been reduced. That's positive though. Still positive.
Yeah, I'm okay. Looking a little ropey, but I think Farrow's probably feeling a bit rougher.
Doesn't matter. I can't be healed anyway, so.
Yeah.
So I can do one more healing spell. So that's all I've got in terms of healing. Question is, Horace, would you like it now or later? And it would be
Perhaps if you could heal me now, and then I will lead the way.
2d8 plus 4.
Yeah. Or I mean, it's probably gonna. I would say it's best now.
Okay.
And then I'll lead the way. Thank you.
So I'd like to cast Cure Wounds on Horace for 17.
My God. That'll do it.
And I'm also going to walk up to Farrow and I'm going to put my hand on his head and turn round and say, trust in the moon, she will guide you. and I'm going to use a spell scroll of remove curse.
Okay, so that comes with a DC then. So
Which
it is 13.
DC
So
equals
you're
10 plus the spell's level.
yeah. So so DC 13 Wisdom check.
Mm,
Cool.
23.
Right.
That went well.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I mean, strictly speaking, it's not a curse, but for these purposes, we will cleanse the effect of the reduced hit points from Farrow as you feel this wave of divine energy pass over you. And you feel a lot brighter. Horace is still looking rough and ropey. His bags under his eyes, he's sallow, pale, a little bit clammy. Although his wounds have been healed, you can tell he's still suffering from exhaustion. Where else? What would you like to do?
Pick a door, Horace.
Europe.
Follow me. I guess we'll just go for this. Go for the one in this room. This double door here.
Yeah. That's a relatively easy one for me to do. That's balcony. So it's you step out onto a mist-covered balcony. All around you is mist. It's entirely encased this house. There's no space between the mist, this mysterious mist, and the house now.
It's a mystery.
Hey. Nice.
Okay. I think Horace would say after kind of what happened in the mist earlier, it'd be like, I truly have no idea what's going on, but I think we best head back inside.
Possibly close the door behind you.
Now I'm getting Resident Evil vibes. We can't leave the mansion because there's something outside trying to kill us.
How the turntables.
Oh dear.
Now I have childhood trauma. Resident Evil.
Good game.
Okay. And then I'll turn back and kind of address the others and just say, we'll try another. And then I will. I don't know where I'm going.
Okay, so you've got one, 2, 3, and a double door to the north.
Yeah, we'll try this next one just outside on the landing. Oh, I think I've got my bloody token. I think me and Drake have matched our tokens together.
Oh no, I'm moving everyone now. One sec. There we go. Have you split up?
There we go. Thank you.
Still going crazy. So this one here.
Yes, please.
Okay. That one, as you open it, is it's a storage room. There's dusty shelves line the walls of this room. A few of the shelves have folded sheets, blankets, and old bars of soap. A cobweb-covered broom leans against the far wall.
I don't know why I'm suspicious of that. Oh.
You should be suspicious of everything.
Yeah, no.
I've seen Disney's Fantasia. I know what those brooms can do.
I think there's a token there, Dave, that shouldn't be there.
Yes. So you're going to avoid the broom.
No.
No.
Yeah. Well, I think we'll dodge the broom, the dodgy
Yeah.
broom.
It's fair.
Opens cupboard. Closed cupboard.
And lock the door.
Yeah.
Yes.
Opens the cupboard.
In the middle of the
Broom of death closes the cupboard.
Not today, Satan. Not today.
Not today, Satan.
All right. I'll go for the double doors next.
Oh, old.
Okay, so this double doors of this room have dusty panes of stained glass in them. So designs in the glass resemble windmills. As you step in, dusty cobwebs fill this master bedroom. It has burgundy drapes covering the windows. Furnishings include a four-poster bed with embroidered curtains and tattered gossamer veils, a matching pair of empty wardrobes, a vanity with a wood-framed mirror and a jewellery box. A rotting tiger skin rug lies on the floor in front of the fireplace, which has a dust-covered portrait of Gustav and Elizabeth Durst hanging above it. A web-filled parlour in the southeast corner contains a table and two chairs. Resting on the dusty tablecloth is an empty porcelain bowl and a matching jug. The door facing the bed has a full-length mirror mounted on it, and the other thing that stands out as you round the corner is you can see the hanging form of a skeleton just outside this dumbwaiter, and it seems to from what you can see, it's a well-dressed male. In fact, it's dressed in exactly the same suit as the portrait, and in its top pocket you can see a letter sticking out.
Letter. I want a letter.
Fuck
I
these
want
men.
a paper.
I want a paper. Give me all the paper.
Horace will just turn and say and be like, just climb in the dumbwaiter then.
Is the skeleton in the dumbwaiter or just near it?
Just nearing, hanging in front of it.
And does the skeleton look like the skeleton from the scary cupboard bit downstairs?
This,
As in,
I mean,
In the secret room.
like, has it been the secret room? Has it
Yeah.
been there as long as?
It certainly has. Yeah, it's hanging from the ceiling. The rope around its neck, just hanging.
Oh, like actually, like R.I.P.
Actually hanging.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, in
Goodbye,
which
cruel
case,
world, hanging. Yeah.
yeah. Pippa's awful, but she really wants to see if the paper's the same, the letter's the same as before. But if he's hanging from the ceiling, and reach.
Horace would be willing to pick you up.
Oh,
Of course, he'd ask permission first. He'd be like, "Would you like some help?"
Yes, please. That's good. Love the ring reference then.
And he'll just like
I'm not a
pick you
dwarf.
up.
That's
Something
three.
like We won't talk about this. Don't tell the elf.
You've got to toss me.
You're gonna
Okay.
have to toss me.
So
Look, the letter.
yeah, sure. It's in a sealed envelope. There is another seal on this, but this has the seal of a windmill. This is entirely different from the others that you've seen before. And this,
It's a goodbye letter.
it seems to be a suicide note. Yeah. It says, "My beloved children, I wish I could do what all fathers do and tell you that monsters aren't real, but it wouldn't be true. Life can create things of exquisite beauty, but it can also twist them into hideous beings, selfish, violent, grotesque, monstrous. It hurts me to say your mother has turned into one such monster, inside and out, and I'm afraid the disease that afflicted her mind has taken hold of me as well. It sickens me to think what we've put you through. There is no excuse. I only ask of you, though I do not have the right to do so, to try to forgive us. I despise what your mother has become, but I love and pity her all the same. Rose, I wish I could see you blossom into a strong, beautiful woman. Thorn, Walter, I wish I could be there for you, but I cannot. This is the only way. Goodbye." And it's signed by the master of the house.
How
Ding.
can
The timeline's really messing me up here.
they have been dead for so long when Rose and Thorn they're still just children? And they said this only just happened.
Mm.
Doesn't make any sense.
No, they spoke as if it just been minutes, moments since this happened, not decades, not years. Almost like
Something's
something sucked
right.
the life out of the place.
Mm.
Mm.
Well, someone tells me that we're still not in the clear.
Mm-mm.
No.
Well, this infant is not accounted for.
Walter.
No. Which the ghost from the servants' room was very distressed about her.
About Walter.
About Walter, yeah.
We need to find the
Walter.
child and get out of this
But the, go-
hellhole.
the ghost in the servants' room, that wasn't the mother. That was
That
one
was
of the.
the nurse.
No.
Yeah,
So we're yet to find the mother as well.
she was hell bent on protecting Walter from everything.
Well, I think there's just that one door left.
And I think there's only one more member of the house to meet.
Well, technically two.
Oh, yes.
One door, two door, and three.
It is Pippa kind of stood below the hanging body still?
Yeah, I guess so. I think she would have dropped down and just read it out loud.
Yeah. I think Horace would just say, perhaps, or you might want to step aside. I'm going to cut him down.
Okay.
Yeah, and Farrow will step up and try and like support the skeletons who just crash the floor and smash.
Yeah.
We'll try and put it down with some dignity.
A little bit of guff. Try and hold everything together.
Yeah, sure. You managed to cut him down. No problem between the three of you.
Thank you. And then I think, I just gesture towards the bed, just to lay him on the bed.
Yeah.
Easily enough, doesn't weigh that much. Your who would it be? Probably Pharaoh's eyes would be drawn towards the jewelry box again on the vanity. There is so the jewelry box itself is made of silver and gold, worth a significant amount. It is slightly open, and you can see gold rings inside, 3 gold rings, and what looks like a platinum necklace with a topaz inside.
Shit.
So he will grab that, but as he grabs it, he'll say, "For the children, I don't want them coming back into this house, and they may need the money."
Okay, so the jewelry box is worth 75 gold pieces. 3 rings are 25 each, and the platinum necklace with the topaz is worth 750 gold pieces.
I've added that to my notes.
Yeehaw. Well,
We've got,
is there anything else, or shall we?
Or the room I'm directly stood in front of.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, go for it. So let me. In fact, this is a decent opportunity for me to tell you what I mean when I say move 0, Leah. So if you left click on your token and hold it, and then all I need you to do is move 0. So just move it slightly so the 0 appears beneath you, and then let go. So you've moved 0. Okay, so it sort of resets your viewpoint.
Oh, I
So
see. So it's like open the door. Nice.
Yeah, so you know what I mean in future, because it's when I say that. So, but it's basically a closet, just a dust cloaked, choked closets. Yeah, nothing of real value or interest inside.
What door's next?
So we've got that one here.
Oh, yep.
And we also missed one. I think it was hidden, kind of half hidden in the token. There's one there as well.
Okay, there is just for expediency. There's one here from this bedroom as well, but that just leads to another balcony.
Okay.
Okay, so north or south?
North
North.
first, 'cause you're closest to it.
North
Yep.
first because you're closest to it.
Cool.
Okay. That opens to this dark room contains a wooden tub with clawed feet, a small iron stove with a kettle resting atop it, and a barrel under a spigot in the east wall. This is quite clearly a bathroom.
How many places left to go?
Last door.
Let's go.
Okay. So what I'm going to do for you, I'm going to open that, then I'm going to have one of those lovely moments where a couple of things happen at the same time. So inside here is, on the far wall, is a crib. And it's covered with a hanging black shroud. As Tala, as you start to move towards, there's a slight irregularity in the wall here that makes you think that there is a secret door. hidden there. As Horace is about to cross the threshold into the crib room, would you like to say anything and do anything, or just go with a natural flow and then figure it out later?
I will say, I think we have more secrets, and then see if Horace is going to just continue or go with the flow.
I will pass the book. That's good book passing.
Pass the baton.
Yeah.
Horace would kind of like, as he's going through, it'd kind of be like, "Come again? What do you mean?"
I don't think this wall is simply a wall.
Is it what is? Horace would like look to the wall. Is the wall stone, or is it like that timber, more of the timber paneling?
More of the timber paneling. Unlike most of the paneling as it goes horizontally, this has a clear line all the way down, whereas the rest is overlapped. So it's now that you've spotted it, it's quite clearly something amiss with it.
Horace would just say,
Right.
"Oh God, sorry."
I was going to say, can I see if I can figure out how
Shit.
secret works?
Yeah, it's relatively straightforward and quite elegant in its design. As you sort of prodding and pressing, you press, and there's a bit of give on the side, the right-hand side, as you're pressing on it. And as you press a little bit more, there's a click and then a release. And it's just a catch. And you can tell now that there's a passage behind that leads to a small hallway and then a set of stairs going up.
The attic, that's fine.
Do we
Let me
double
know
check
if you
the
make
crib
more.
room? Yeah.
Let's say
On the door, Pippa casts Gust and just moves the curtain to see if she can see anything in the crib from the door.
Okay. Yeah, inside the crib is a bundle, roughly wrapped the size of a baby.
Is it disturbed, like, by the gust?
Nope, just lying perfectly still right in the centre. Swaddled, perfectly wrapped.
Oh, Pippa wouldn't be able to not go and look, check. So, Pippa's like, I think I found Walter.
So Farrow's going to put a hand on Pippa's shoulder. He'll say,
Is it?
"I'll go."
Yeah.
And he'll end because he's thinking dark thoughts at the minute, so he'll go in and he'll check.
Okay. So it's well wrapped, well swaddled, but there's a clear piece of cloth that you think would be where the face is. As you peel the swaddling back, it just, the whole of this bundle just falls to the ground. There's nothing inside.
Nothing.
Nothing.
So there was like no ashes, nothing like that. It,
Maybe a proxy for his protection.
Well, it's better than another corpse.
It could have been a lot worse.
yeah. Secrets.
Oh,
Secret tunnel number 2.
Secret tunnel.
Okay.
Horace is happy to lead again.
Sure. Right. I'm just going to need to grab your tokens.
Oh, dear.
Secret tunnel.
Right. Hold on. Change my mind. Wait, let me do it individually. So,
Oh, weird.
paste. Right. What I am going to do, I am going to call the session there. Then there's a lot of yawns going around, and I'm almost at the end of what I could do as well. So all I shall tell you is the stair progresses up to the east and turns to the north. You know what? We'll open this door for you, shall we? And then
Door reveal.
yeah,
Boom, boom,
let's get the ones
boom.
with light in. So this is it's quite a large landing behind this secret passageway. There's no other way up to it other than here, and it's choked with dust and cobwebs. You can see that, or I do beg your pardon, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, you know what? Never mind. There is this door here has a bolt slid over on the outside, and the door is a sturdy door, and there's 2 bolts, top and bottom, of this door locked. Other than that, you have so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 rooms to explore next time.
Oh dear. Drama.
More
Yeah.
doors. More bloody doors.
Loving them.
Okay.
It
So
went
I'm gonna-
reasonably well.
Yeah. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
Fine.
Right. So
Fine.
I'll turn the
There we
stream
go.
off again. I'll try and
Possibly
arrange
go
as another session as soon as possible. As soon as I get 5 minutes to myself, I'll send out text messages. Join in when you can, and please, if anyone is watching, and because apparently people do watch that we don't know, it still strikes me as weird that people do that. But please like and subscribe. Let us know who you are.